11h passé d'1 minute. Merci d'être de retour après cette petite pause bien salutaire. Installez-vous tranquillement. Donc c'est la suite, bientôt la fin, mais c'est pas encore terminé de cette
So it's time to come back
distribution organisée par FundGlobam.
to our
Après les asset managers,
sixth
avant la pause, on parle
annual
maintenant des distributeurs. C'est un maillon qui est essentiel, vous le savez.
Fund Distribution
aussi,
Breakfast.
Cette chaîne de la valeur s'avère et
Today
avec
we'll be talking
la
about
distribution continue,
value chains.
se transformer. Transformation.
You know that the transformation is well
Quelques temps
underway.
déjà. Quel rôle pour les plateformes?
Now we'll see
temps d'exécution des transactions.
what we can say about the platforms, transaction time, and
bonjour.
fees and costs.
Vous êtes la CEO d'MFX.
Brigitte Dorel, CEO of MFX.
Bonjour.
By Euroclear, Christophe Lepitre, CEO of ISNES.
Bonjour. Vous êtes le CEO de
Michael Martineau,
Channel.
Authorized Director and COO of Fund Channel.
Bruno Pifto, donc, directeur
Bruno
pour la
Pifto,
France,
country head of France,
je l'ai passé à la trappe. Pardon,
AIF Funds,
directeur général
Bank,
délégué en charge du développement chez
in charge of, and then we have
Bonjour.
Joseph Saliba,
déjà un
Deputy
mot,
Chief Executive
pour vous
Officer
mettre
of
tous d'accord
Cassis, in
sur
charge
le
of
rôle des
business development
plateformes.
and production.
B2B, elles sont
So today we'll be talking
à
about
prendre toujours plus
B2B
de place dans le process,
platforms,
dans la
which are
chaîne de
taking up
valeur.
more and more
Excellent, c'est
space
vraiment,
in the value chain
Allez,
process.
Brigitte.
Je vais bien commencer.
J'ai vu, elle a
Merci.
brandi son micro.
Et
Brigitte,
d'abord un grand merci à Yves pour
first
nous
of
avoir
all,
réunis
I'd
sur
like
le
to
panel.
thank
On a fait beaucoup
Yves
de
for
joie
bringing
à
us
faire
together
l'exercice.
on this panel.
Donc merci. Oui, la réponse est oui.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Peut-être
From our
si
point
on
of view,
rappelle brièvement l'historique de
If we
l'émergence
look
des
quickly
plateformes, on
at
rappelle
the history of the emergence of
en fait,
platforms,
elles ont fondé
we
leur
can
raison
see
d'être
that
essentiellement sur la
their
grande fragmentation.
purpose came out of
sur
the
cette
fragmentation of the fund industry and its diversity.
Pour en fait créer un écosystème,
So a whole
connecter les différents
ecosystem was
acteurs de la chaîne
created
de valeur
to
de façon efficace.
connect the
Et donc,
different
ce dont on
actors
parle
in the
ici,
value
de façon
chain in an
générique,
effective and
c'est
efficient
de
way
mutualisation,
to
de
share
mutualisation pour amener
and
plus
mutualize
d'efficacité, pour
to
réduire les
become
coûts,
more
les risques,
efficient, to reduce risks and costs.
Et je dirais aussi, c'est un point qui
And I
est
would
très
also say, and this is
important
very
pour Flex by
important
Euroclear, pour apporter de la
for
résilience.
us, it brings
C'est-à-dire de la
more
continuité du
resilience,
business, de la
it provides better business
stabilité, de la
continuity, stability,
disponibilité, des
availability
systèmes.
of
C'est aussi un point qu'on
systems.
oublie souvent, mais qui
And
est
this
très
is something that we often forget, but it's
Donc, les
also very
plateformes,
important.
apportent
So platforms
cela.
bring all
On a
of
vu plus
this.
spécifiquement récemment,
And more
il y a
specifically,
quelques
we've seen, well, I would say
émerger
a
sur
few
ces
years back, we've seen these
plus de
platforms
services de
emerge with
distribution.
more distribution
Et,
services
alors
available.
qu'au départ, on peut dire que les
And perhaps in the beginning, the
distributeurs,
distributors were prescriptors, that is, they were the initiators of the platforms, and management companies, asset management companies became customers or clients of these platforms, which now offer more and more services for asset management companies. And we can come back to that. Michael Martineau?
Oui, non. Vous êtes à la fois concurrent, évidemment. On peut
You
dire, c'est ça qui est
are,
intéressant.
and Michael Martineau, you are
plus ou moins la même activité.
competitors. In fact, you do more or less the same activity. What would you say? Well, it's true. The three of us are competitors. We're in competition with regard to financial distribution. Recently, we have started with execution with Cassis. We focus on infrastructure for execution here, but distribution channels are very complex to manage. You know, distribution funds involves a lot of data management, involves how distribution is remunerated. It's quite complicated to manage that. And when you look at executive infrastructure and distribution infrastructure, you know that all three of our companies are able to reply yes to requests all along the supply chain. What's different? What differentiates your company from the others? Well, I think what's been said is very important, and I agree completely with what has been said. But what's different between our different companies, I would say, is the service offer that we have for asset management companies and distributors. Michael talks about execution, which is important. He does that with CACEIS. That's something that Euroclear has been doing for a long time, and Fund Channel has been doing for a long time. But we have also developed a range of investment solutions for distributors specifically to offer them a one-stop shop and to meet all of their needs, whether it has to do with selecting funds or advisory, ESG data. Of course, we've been talking this morning about how important ESG is for all stakeholders. And other services as well. And I think that distribution platforms are filling out their offer for asset managers and for the distribution industry as well. Joseph Saliba, what do you think about the different roles, distributors, platforms? Well, it's an interesting question. At CACEIS, we're a bit atypical, in fact, in this context, because we are not distributors. Our approach is a bit atypical because we decided, it was a bit risky, we decided to create an open platform. So this enables not only our customers but all market actors to have a platform for distribution or to do what they want with regard to distribution. So we've set up a platform that began with a data exchange between fund management companies and institutional. We called it TPI Exchange. And then we have 17 platforms that enable investors to buy into a fund. He doesn't have to be a CACEIS client to connect to the platform, or it can be a distributor. So we really opened up the game board. We opened it up to everyone. So we see ourselves as a facilitator. And if the actor, the client, wants to work with all funds, or Euroclear, MFX, or Fund Channel, or with ISNES as well.
Il est là, Christophe.
Christophe is here, don't forget ISNES. This is a new approach for investment solutions, as I was telling Christophe earlier. We're open because we work with everyone. And of course, if distributors or customers come through Fund Channel, they have a TP app there available because our services are front to back. So we opened the board. And we work with everyone. To simplify. Christophe Le Bijou.
Oui, merci Joe. Je crois que Joe a raison de dire qu'il faut faire autrement. Commencer à réfléchir.
Joe is right to say that we need to think differently.
C'est ce qu'ISNES a fait.
And that's what ISNES has done.
Sociétés de gestion et distributeurs.
For shareholders, distributors, and fund and asset managers. We offer a range of services. I think it's important to talk about fees. Everyone in this room and all asset managers are aware that there's a lot of pressure on fees. The margins are growing thinner. So we're in a situation that is rather surprising because the products that we are distributing is completely digital. It's standardized. And nonetheless, distribution costs along the value chain are quite high. So we need to think about what models could enable us to reduce these fees or costs to the benefit of everyone along the chain. Well, we do have some thoughts about that. First of all, we could encourage competition in the distribution industry. We know that In
Et
this industry, we have suboptimal
modèles qui sont
operating models.
complètement différents. Le modèle ISNES, c'est un modèle
The ISNES model is
on utilise la technologie
closed circuit model. That is, we use technology
proposition de valeur complètement différente. Une plateforme qui est une marketplace pour les fonds,
a platform that is a marketplace for funds that directly brings together
sociétés de gestion et les consommateurs de fonds que sont les
management companies and the investors.
On a sur cette chaîne de valeur.
This is what I call a short circuit.
Par construction, de réaliser des
so this enables a lot of savings, and these savings are passed on to
avec pour volonté de disrupter
the asset holders.
vos trois concurrents qui sont à côté de vous.
Disrupter, oui.
Are you trying to disrupt the competition? Yes, disrupt perhaps, but the idea is above all to provide better services at a lower cost to our customers. You know, in the market there are several different offers that use blockchain to build solutions. Disruption, of course, is welcome if it brings benefits. Brigitte, Michael, Bruno, do you think ISNES is a threat to you?
Ou comme un rival sérieux dans les
Or
années
a serious rival in the years to come?
Nous, on voit ISNES comme une initiative intéressante.
We think that ISNES is an interesting initiative.
C'est un modèle différent.
It's a different model.
Le pari que l'on fait, c'est que
What we're betting
ce qui est très
on,
important dans l'industrie, c'est d'apporter de la scalabilité, de la
what's
capacité
important in the
de
industry
développer,
is
à
scalability,
mobiliser
to be
à
able
large
to
scale. Et c'est vrai que
mobilize
c'est
at
notre marque
large
de fabrique chez
scale.
Euroclear, donc on
And
continue
that's
à
something that
parier
we
sur le fait
definitely
que ce
do at
modèle-là,
Euroclear, and we think that
est
our
celui
model
qui va continuer à apporter de
is the model that will continue to bring efficiency. And we're not complacent at all. We're interested to see what other societies are doing, other companies are
Deux
doing.
commentaires complémentaires sur comment on apporte de l'efficacité.
How do we become more efficient? It's true that when we're processing big volumes, handling orders, all the post-trade part, it's very important. Also with regard to regulation, and
été plutôt à la hausse ces dernières années, donc on doit aussi là
customer-based knowledge, all of this is very important, and we have to provide solutions to the different stakeholders. There was a RegTech launched by MEFEX
gérer tout l'aspect conformité de façon complètement digitale.
has a digital compliance management program. And if you combine the scalability, robustness, capacity to manage volume at Euroclear with this innovative new service, I think that that's the best way to reduce fees and to be more effective within the industry.
Pour ma part,
In my opinion,
était toujours très intéressé par l'initiative ISNES.
I've always been very interested in the ISNES initiative, and I've asked my teams to participate at the workshops that led to the creation of ISNES, and I asked my previous employer to invest in ISNES, so I'm not going to turn my back on it now. I think that it's a remarkable initiative. I think it's remarkable because it calls on a very promising technology that can bring more transparency while offering resiliency
de transparence et d'efficacité et finalement
and efficiency and cost reduction, fee reduction in fund distribution. So this is a very promising technology for me, and ISNES is the first to offer it in France, and I think that all funds, as of next year, because we have our own platform, we're producing it in Spain now, I think we'll be offering something similar in France next year. So we've talked about reducing fees. Is this a trend that's going to be accentuated? How will the value chain continue to become more industrial or more simplified so that indeed fees can be reduced? Joseph? Well, as asset servicers, industrialization, lowering prices, pressure on costs, that's part of what we deal with on a daily basis. This is the world we're working in. We're under pressure. It's been the case for years. I tell people I work with, for the past 10 years I've been working at CACEIS, I've never seen such a business where prices only go down. I've never raised prices.
Donc, trouver l'efficacité,
So
industrialiser,
find
traiter des gros
efficiency,
volumes
industrialize, handle big volumes with low costs. That's our daily
C'est
challenge.
quelque chose qu'on doit tous faire.
And it's something that we
Parce
all
que,
have to do
comme ça a été dit par Brigitte au
because,
début,
as Brigitte said at the
c'est un
beginning,
métier,
it's a
qui
business
était fragmenté.
that had been fragmented.
Il y a eu des situations de marché où les
There
prix
were
ont
market
monté.
situations where prices went up,
Mais évidemment, la concurrence est maintenant là.
but
que ce soit
clearly
via Business,
competition is now through Isness and
et
other
la concurrence entre les
platforms,
plateformes
and there's competition among distribution platforms or CACEIs, which is spreading into that field. So there's a lot of pressure to lower prices because asset management companies need costs to go down. The fees are too high for the services they provide. So there will be pressure, and we will all have to work to industrialize and to find more efficient ways of working to reduce fees in asset management companies.
De notre côté, en fait,
Yes,
clairement,
and
l'exécution,
for us,
on a depuis
I think in execution, since the month of July, we've been working with
de
CACEIs
plus en plus sur une exécution pour les distributeurs qui va tendre vers la gratuité totale.
to move towards distribution that would ultimately be free of charge.
Donc les distributeurs, on
So,
va leur mettre à disposition
distributors
cette infrastructure
will
mondiale
have
d'accès à différents types de
an
produits sur différents marchés.
international infrastructure for
Et le
certain
rôle de la
types of
plateforme
products
est quand
on
même
markets around the world.
des sociétés de gestion de faire
And the idea
l'interface.
is to be an
Le vrai rôle de la
interface
plateforme, c'est quand même de
with
réussir à parler le langage
management
et
companies.
du distributeur et de la banque.
That is, we can speak the
vis-à-vis de
language of the
l'asset
distributors
manager.
and the
Le gros
bank.
problème, et on parlait de la blockchain
And
tout à
we
l'heure,
were talking about
et de
blockchain
l'utilisation.
earlier. The problem
Clairement,
is
aujourd'hui, les asset managers qui
the
voient arriver
passive
derrière un Euroclear France ou
management. Today,
derrière
customers see the
des
Euroclear
hubs de banque
France,
privée,
and then you
il y a
see
une certaine
hubs from the
forme de
private
facilité. Mais
banks.
ça, c'est le marché
There's a
des
kind of
distributeurs qui veut que
lack
des
of
regroupements
transparency.
de transactions qui soient faits de cette façon-là. Le rôle de la plateforme
The role of the
est de
platform
venir expliquer, de venir détailler,
is to
de fournir un niveau
explain,
de
to
détail
provide
sur où sont
a
vendus les
detailed
fonds,
explanation to
comment ils
show
ont été
where the
vendus,
funds
des
are
cas
sold,
où
how
MiFID
they
a
were
rajouté
sold.
une problématique
And
là-dessus qui est
the
très
MiFID has
complexe à gérer.
added
Et
another
donc,
complexity
ce que
to that.
FundChannel aussi
So
essaie
what
d'amener à ses
Fund Channel
clients,
tries to
asset
do
managers,
for our
c'est de
clients
pouvoir
and
mettre à
asset
donner
managers
à
is to make
disposition ce détail et toutes ces
detailed data available
au quotidien
on a daily
des API.
basis.
C'est aussi ça la technologie.
This
Oui,
is
la
what
blockchain
technology
va
is
améliorer
for. Yes,
l'exécution,
blockchain will
mais ce n'est
improve
pas
execution,
uniquement
but
la seule solution. Aujourd'hui,
that's
les
not the
plateformes sont
only
en
solution.
capacité
Today,
technologique
the
de
platforms
pouvoir
have
répondre sans passer forcément par
technological
la blockchain.
Donc voilà, plus de
capacity
transparence,
that
plus
doesn't
d'efficacité
require
et moins de
blockchain.
coûts.
So more transparency, lower costs. That's quite a
En tout cas, merci,
challenge.
et merci à tous les 5.
So I'd like to thank all five of you.
Merci. C'est bientôt la fin. Merci
And,
Brigitte Dorel,
we're
évidemment, pour
coming up towards the end.
MFX, Christophe Lepit
Thank
pour
you,
Business, Joseph
Brigitte,
Saliba pour
for
Cassis, Mickaël
MFX.
Martineau pour FundChannel et Bruno
Joseph
Fifto
Saliba,
pour
Christophe
FundGlobam. Merci à tous les
Lepit,
5.
Michael Martineau, and Bruno Fifto.
Will you whisper something happy in my ear. Just a sedative to make me disappear. I am so tired of seeing love